Intuition is the whisper of the soul. Intuition is the whisper of the soul. Jaddu Krishnamurti. Hope I said his last name correctly. I am c.René Washington, 60 years, 63 years. Don't let me drop my years. 63 years getting better. Midlife Maven. This is the Midlife Remix for Black women over 50. And I am an author, life coach, and woman who loves living her best life and helping other women do the same. And if you saw the previous episode, you know that this is day 2 of 30, 30, 30, my personal challenge to do this, record these episodes for 30 days, every day for 30 days. So talk for 30 days, also get my walk on for 30 days, which is about moving my body, and chalk, talk, walk, chalk, chalking up money moves, focusing on my financial health and getting some money moves down. So in the previous episode, I talked about identity, who you are, being the foundation of your knowing what you want and moving towards it. And I promised that today I would show you an exercise on how to do that. First, though, I want to pause and celebrate. I am a huge believer in celebrating yourself and celebrating daily. Women, those of us who identify as women, we are so focused, most of us are so focused on making sure everybody else is okay, right? And taking care of everybody else's priorities. And so this podcast is to help you strengthen that muscle of it's your time. It's your time. And it's okay for you to focus on yourself, to put yourself on your priority list or move yourself up to the top. And part of the ways that you can do that is to take a pause and acknowledge something that you've done, something that you've accomplished that you feel really good about. Not your children, grandchildren, somebody else, significant other. No, something that you can celebrate and say, yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. I'm celebrating that we are here for day 2. I'm celebrating revving up this podcast again and building my consistency muscle. You know, after the 30 days, I will record an episode a week, but this is to get me grounded in the habit of showing up on this platform. So that's what I'm celebrating. What are you celebrating? Take a moment and celebrate yourself. Okay. So today we're going to go through an exercise. And to set that up, I wanted to share a couple of stories with you. One is about me, it's a personal story. And then another one is about one of my clients, about how you can access that inner knowing. And I call it body compass. I learned it as a body compass exercise. Again, you can call it whatever you choose that's meaningful for you. If it's intuition, if it's inner GPS, inner Google, Holy Spirit, Spirit, whatever speaks to you, but it's about accessing the inner knowing. So my story is connected to the book that I've shared. Take the Trip, 4 Journeys Every Midlife Woman Needs to Live in Purpose and Freedom. This book was published in 2020. Very excited that this was a goal I was able to check off my done column, that I have written a book, and it is about my personal journeys maneuvering through this thing we call life, and how you can help yourself, you know, live your best life through connecting to the experiences not only that I've had, but what they raised for you. And so there's the journey to surrender, the journey to trusting yourself, Loving Yourself and the Journey to Passion. So that's the book. And I self-published it through this distributor who I won't name, but their initials are IS. And it was great until it wasn't. About a year ago, they reached out to me and told me that books had been returned. Okay, fine, send them back to me. And what I didn't realize was that because of some boxes I hadn't checked, that I owed them a lot of money for books that they had destroyed. So I'll just let that lay there. I had to pay them money for books that had been returned, but they had been destroyed. How crazy was that? So of course I wasn't happy about that. Went back and forth, but ended up that okay, I owe you money. I paid you the money. Towards the end of last year, something made me go out and look at one of the links to purchasing the book. It was available on all the platforms: Amazon, Bookshop, Barnes and Noble, all the platforms. And I looked at one of the platforms, and it was out of print. I was like, "What? Out of print?" And I checked all of the platforms. It was out of print, y'all, on every platform. And it just deflated me. Like you had just stuck a pin in me. And I was just like, whew, really? And I had no energy to deal with it, no bandwidth. And I'm somebody who, my friends know I'm down for the fight. You need to be hyped to handle a thing with a company. I'm your girl. But for some reason, I just I just like I can't deal with it. There were some other things going on at that time. I was dealing with some health issue. I just had lost all steam. And so I was like, okay, I just kind of framed it in that literary romantic perspective, like I'm an out of print author. I'm an out of print author. Okay. Um, then fast forward to February of this year, I got this nudge. I got this nudge to get the book back in print. I knew I didn't want to deal with that distributor anymore. And I reached out to one of the women that had helped me write the book and asked her for other options. And she kindly sent those. And she sent me two. One was Amazon, and one was, they have a funny name, and it escapes me at the moment. But I did my research on both options. YouTube, anything you want to know, Google YouTube, right? And so I found a great YouTube video with this woman who broke down the several options that you have to distribute books, each company, the pros and cons. And she also had cons with the one I had used. And I ended up landing on Amazon. I landed on going through Amazon, which pinched me a little because yes, I use Amazon. I'm a big Amazon fan. I am also a big fan of independent booksellers, and I support independent bookstores. So I knew by going through this option of being exclusively available through Amazon that my book wouldn't be distributed by independent bookstores. But weighing out all of the pros and cons to that, I went with Amazon and said I will just up my purchases to independent book purchases from independent bookstores. Did that, and as that process was coming to a close for my book to actually be back in print, I get an email from this local book club who puts on a bookseller event. I became aware of it last year and wasn't able to attend, but I guess I put myself on their mailing list because I got the email saying that they were doing it again this year, and they had an option for you to buy a table to promote your book. Well, right on time, right? Because my book is about to be back in print. And so I share that to say, that saying that we have in our community, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. If I had not followed that nudge, because when I got the nudge to put the book back in print, I didn't have a reason for doing it other than something said, don't let that don't let that stand. Go ahead and get it back in print. I wasn't going to do anything with it other than I would know that it was back in print. And here came this opportunity to promote the book. And as I think I talked about the book selling event in the previous episode, it was a great day, great event. And I'm so glad that I was able to participate. So that's one example of why you want to follow your nudges, why you want to learn how to listen to that intuitive knowing and follow it. The other example from the client is a client that I had who is she was a law dean at a university. And when she came to me for coaching, she was extremely unhappy in her job. But because of her family circumstances, she's married, two children, and the children were younger. It would be several years before they would even be going to college, let alone be off the family payroll. And she was the main breadwinner. Her husband, had a good job, but she was the main breadwinner. And she just saw no light at the end of this tunnel. And she was just miserable. And she said, I can't quit my job, but I just, what she really wanted to do was write. Now, if you're an attorney, you do a lot of writing. But she wanted to be a creative writer and had always wanted to be one. But because she was told she should go to law school, that's what she did. And one of the things that I believe, nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. So she had built a great life, great career, but now she was just weighed down in it. And so the work that I do with my clients is I do start with the identity piece. Who am I? I take you through who am I, what do I want, and then what's the path to move towards getting it. And so when we did the identity work, and I part of which was this exercise that I'm about to walk you through, she came back because she had this big epiphany. And the epiphany was, I have been thinking of myself as a law professor who wants to write. She said, no, who I am a writer who happens to be a law professor. That click changed everything for her. That script flip on identity, that was the key for her, not only moving toward what she wanted, but creating the life that she wanted to be living. She was on about 30 committees. She dropped down to 4. And she came back and she said, you know what? Nobody even asked me why. Nobody even cared. Right? We are so caught up in doing all these shooty things, oddie things. And yes, we can't move through life only doing what we want to do. Yes, we have some obligations. But if you are living a highly obligated life, you will know, because you will feel resentment. You will feel exhaustion. You will know some change needs to be made. And she did. She got off a lot of those committees, opened up space, got a writing coach. And since then, this is probably about 4 years ago that she coached with me. And since then, I get these updates from her. Got an update that she had um, stepped down as law dean, and now she's going to be focused only on teaching. That she was in the running. She had put herself in these. She'd been writing creatively like she wanted to, and she's landed on that she loves writing scripts. So she's in this competition, this script writing competition. She is loving her life. In the meantime, hubby got a promotion, which also took a lot of financial weight off of her. So this life that she thought wasn't possible for 20 more years is here, and she is living it. She is going to take the summer off this summer. And in the spring, she's going on sabbatical. Do you hear me? All because, and we did this in 4 sessions. I coach in 4 sessions, and then I do my clients, they will come back for tune-ups. But I'm not this drag it out forever coach, because I coach women who are highly motivated to make change. And her that identity shift, that knowing who she really is at this stage in her life. This is who I am. That's how you know what to say yes to. That's how you know what to say no to. That's how you know what to do. And so the body compass exercise that I'm going to take you through, you may not be in a position to do it right now if you're listening while you're driving, or if there's other people around, if you're in a distracted environment. You want to be in a quiet, distraction free environment where it's just you there, and you can just go in and focus internally. So if you can't do that now, then revisit this episode to do it. Okay. So I want you to be sitting in a chair with your both feet on the floor, grounded. I want you to take a couple of deep breaths with your eyes closed. And then I'm going to walk you through this exercise. I'm going to walk you through it the first time, then you're going to do it on your own the next 2 times. After each time, I want you to jot down what you felt in your body, what you felt in your body based on the prompts. And that is how you will connect to how to hear your body compass, how to feel it, and know what it's trying to tell you. Okay? Because we mostly live in our brains, and that's wonderful. I'm a neuroscience trained coach. I know about the brain and the magnificence of it. And I also know how it can get in our way. And so, as I talked about in the previous episode about false fear, is that it's false evidence appearing real. That's the brain. Your body compass is the truth. The brain, our brains can lie to us. Body compass doesn't lie. It's just learning how to discern it and assess it. Okay. All right. So close your eyes, take the deep breaths, and I'm going to move you through your body, starting in your feet. I want you to just bear down a little bit with your feet, wiggle your toes, connect to the earth. Then I'm moving you through your feet into your ankles, up your calves and shins, into your knees, from your knees into your thighs, from your thighs into your hips, around into the groin area, moving up into your stomach. Some people get a lot of information from the stomach, your gut. Moving up from your stomach into your breast and chest area. Moving up from your chest to your neck, over into your shoulders, and moving from your shoulders down into your upper arms, moving down through your upper arms into your elbows, lower arm, into your wrists, to the palms of your hand, around to the backs of your hand, into your fingers, wiggle your fingers, moving back up through your hands, into your wrists, lower arms, elbows, moving back up through your upper arms, into your shoulders, up into your neck and around to the back of your neck, moving down your upper back, middle back, into your lower back, into your butt, moving back into your lower back, moving up your back again, all the way up into the back of your neck, coming over the back of your head to the top of your head, moving down the sides of your head, your ears, coming into your cheeks, forehead, over your eyes, over your nose, jaws over your mouth, into your chin, front of your neck, side into your shoulders, and to open your eyes and shake it out. Okay, now that was your general body compass, your neutral body compass. And if you felt any sensations in your bodies, and these are physical sensations. So if you felt, a flutter, a pain, a twinge, something physical, write that down for your neutral body compass, just general. Okay, now I want you to do this 2 more times. And so you can pause to finish your writing, then come back to this. And for the next focus, you will do the same thing on your own. Take some deep breaths, close your eyes, and then I want you to focus on a bad, painful memory. Nothing so painful that it's just going to take you out, but just something that you say to yourself, I don't want to do that again. So get that memory, just one, get that negative memory, close your eyes, focus on it, and move yourself through your body. Now, don't get caught up in did she go leg, arm? Wait, don't get caught up in the path that I took through your body. The main thing is that you're moving through your body, staying focused on that memory. So you can pause the recording here and take yourself through that. Shouldn't take, maybe a minute or a little over for you to do that. Okay. All right. Now, when you return from the focus on the negative memory, I want you to write down any physical sensations that you had doing that. Now, listen, if you don't feel any physical sensation, that's okay. That's information too. It may be that you are so detached from yourself that you're just kind of numb to feeling. That's information that lets you know that it's even more critical for you to do this work. So, this is just gathering information. There's no judgment on what you write down. And then you're going to do this one more time. So the final time we end on a happy note because the final time you're going to think of a wonderful memory, a wonderfully happy memory that you would gladly do over and over again. Something that's when you think of it, just it just makes you feel joy. And you're going to go close your eyes again, stay focused on that happy memory, and move yourself from your starting at your feet through your body again. Okay, so you will pause to do that. Okay, welcome back. You have completed the body compass exercise. Write down what you experienced in your body, the feeling that you experienced in your body, the feelings that you experienced in your body from focusing on the happy memory. Now you have information on your neutral body compass, your negative body compass, and your positive body compass. Like I said, you can name her if you would like. I think I said that if I didn't, you can. You can name her. You can name your body compass, but just know that she exists and that she is to be paid attention to. During the day, as you are going through different experiences, pay attention to the messaging that your body is sending you. The people that you're around, is your body sending messaging? The things that you're doing, is your body sending messaging? The decisions that you have to make, is your body sending messaging? So this will be critically helpful to you in learning what to say yes to and what to say no to, or let me think about it. Quick example, say that you are trying to buy a house. This is your dream home. You've always wanted this big um 5-bedroom home. I mean, it's on a lot of land. It's just the dream home mansion you've been dreaming about. And now here it is. You are able to purchase it. And as you are going through the process with the realtor and going through uh locking this down, your stomach is flip-flopping. You're starting to feel a little nauseous. You get a pain in your back, or something, your fingers start numbing up, something, you're feeling all these not good sensations in your body. It could be for different reasons, but there is a reason for you to pause. It could be that this is a long ago dream that you've always had, maybe from childhood, that this represented something for you, because things represent stuff. So maybe a big house always represented wealth to you, or it represented safety to you. But the reality of it, now that you are here, is that it also it may be that it represents a lot of work, a lot of upkeep, a lot of care. And that's just not who you are anymore. You're not that person. You want a simpler life. Or it could be that there's something about the actual deal that isn't sitting right with you. And so maybe you need to do a different negotiation. But your body is giving you pause, and you don't want to ignore it. It could be a promotion that you've always wanted. You're still in your career. It could be a promotion that you've always wanted. And now that it's here, you deserve it. It's what you are due. But do you really want that work and responsibility? The hours? Or maybe again, you need to do a different negotiation of terms of how you want to work. Or this person that's in your life that they look good on paper, but every time you're around them, something's not right. You don't feel good. So body compass helps you discern. It helps you strengthen your discernment muscle and strengthen your decision muscle. So I hope that you found that helpful. Drop in the comments any questions that you have about the body compass or any experience that you've had. I'd love to hear about it. Remember, intention, intuition, intuition is the whisper of your soul. So I want to end with the joy moment of the day. My joy moment of the day is I am doing a retreat in conjunction with one of my besties, life coach Lachelle Wooten. She and I are putting on a retreat in Asheville, North Carolina in September. It's called Breathe and Be. Don't you love that? Breathe and Be. And a woman who I did my own retreat last year, and a woman who attended happens to be a good friend of mine. She saw the information about the retreat, and she thought she was late to the party, and so she was blowing up the Facebook chat, saying, "I want to do this. I hope I'm not too late. I hope I'm not too late." And then she called me this morning. She said, "I sent back that form, so I hope I'm not too late." The interest form. I said, "No, you're not too late. I got you. You're not too late." But oh, it just made me feel so good that not only had she had a great experience at the retreat I did last year, that she made some real changes in her life. We had a good time, but she also made real changes in her life. But that she wanted to sign up again for this new retreat. That made me feel really, really good. And particularly that it is a friend, because our friends love us, they support us. They don't always spend money with you, right? So that just made me feel really, really good. That's my moment of joy. And what I'm enjoying, this show, The Diplomat, it's streaming on Netflix with Kerry Russell. If you love political intrigue, check out The Diplomat. She is a hot mess. Kerry Russell is a hot mess in this show. Really good show. Love her husband. Love the black guy that's in the UK. I think he's a diplomat too, yeah. Well, he's the assistant to the prime minister. That's what he is. And so she's got this little triangle going now. I understand why she's attracted to him. I don't really understand why he's attracted to her, because she is a hot mess and she's just a hot mess. But anyway, it's a great show and I do recommend it. So that's it for this episode. I will be back tomorrow for the next episode on 30 30 30, talking this talk on this YouTube channel. And subscribe, share, hit that notify bell so you know when the next episode is coming up. And do if you haven't already picked a challenge, a personal challenge, pick one. Pick something to do. It's not too late. Don't get caught up in it being too late to do it or how you do it. Listen, I when I did the first episode, I had to start over, and so I'm figuring out how to clip it. Listen, just do it. Do the doggone thing. It's gonna be all right. Okay. Goodbye. This is the Midlife Remix for Black women over 50, and I will see you the next time. Bye bye.